And also, we like to appreciate the presence of Evangelist Mrs. Liberty. Hallelujah! She's a member of the church. Stretch your hand and say, you are one of us.
You are one of us.
Praise God. You know, I mean, just yesterday, you know, she called, you know that we're doing this program, and immediately she found her way to this place. You're welcome. And we have our ministers, our evangelist hands. They are welcome.
Yes, sir.
Sam Isaac, powerful man of God, Sam Isaac.
Yes, sir.
And we have the host pastor, Toye.
Yes, sir.
And you have my wife.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Jonathan.
Yes, sir.
Pastor David.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Richard.
Yes, sir.
And our pastor there, also assistant pastor here, Peter Adams. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. We also have Pastor and Dr. Miss G.A. Adeboyega. Oh, praise God. Mommy and Daddy, okay, I see. You're welcome. We're glad these are the parents of Dr. Debbie. Praise the Lord. And our parents in the Lord. Thank you very much for being here. You know, we're glad that you're here today, in a great occasion today. Brother, the band, Ade Femi, the band. You know, and other ministers of God that are seated here, probably we didn't capture your name, you know, in this place. But what Shemir is here, I appreciate you. Praise God. They are part of us, they are leaders here. Amen. You know, sometimes people travel, go anywhere, but when you are home, you know you are home. And right now, I'm at home, they are home. Praise the Lord. Even if you were bishop, anywhere you go, when you come back, your seat is there. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Today, we are marking the first anniversary of this, our church. Can you stand up? Where is Debbie, your wife? Where is Debbie? Yeah, Debbie should have her seat by your side. Yes. You know? praise the Lord. Because to recognize by scripture that if you remove her now, things will go wrong. So she has to always be there. There should be a seat for her by your side. Praise God. Except there's something she's doing. Debbie, we're proud of you. I'm proud of you. I want to assume that you're doing some things. Otherwise, if you want his anointing to be low and then he's just be walking away, he stay by his side. When he looks around, he remember what he's forgetting. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you very much for working hard. Thank you very much for, even while I was not around, you took the bull by the horn. We did a training in Bible school. We finished the certificate, the diploma, advanced diploma, and we gave them a mandate. We started just to put it on immediately. And it's happening right here. Amen. Thank you very much. You can be seated. And we'd like to appreciate all the people, all the leaders who have been supporting them and helping to make this work happen. We know that you will never lose your reward in any way. Amen. Appreciate the Elatram group. Love your team. I love the quality of worship, music that comes out. And you wouldn't know what is standard. We appreciate you. We're proud of all of you. Your singing is too good. Praise God. Hallelujah. We have our own choir. We have senior temple. You will take today because anyhow, it's going somewhere. We have joy. I respect these words. I respect them. Anywhere things are happening, they are there. Even in heaven, they will be there. Our choir, Chidi, stand up. We're Chidi, we're the others. Choir, our choir, can you stand up? Can you stand up? Esther John. These are precious people, powerful people. We have time, we come for the second song. Prayer. Raise your hand here. Catch God's power right here. That girl is going somewhere. Stand up again. Come, bring her up. Bring her up. Everyone who has a vision, everyone who has a vision. Okay. She's too heavy now. Okay, stay there. Shout Jesus 3 times and let the power of God flow through you to everyone who is stay there. 1, 2, 3. Your dreams will not be lost. Your vision will not be lost. Your expectations will not be cut off. God will be on your side morning, noon, and night. You will not be frustrated in life. Darkness will not cloud you. The spirit of wisdom shall rest upon you. Your days will be long enough. Fruitfulness in every side. But if you stretch your hand and touch the head of that woman said, don't sit down, touch your head. I think I saw oil, grace, power, anointing, rest upon you. God is not lacking in good things. If you're sick in your body, place your hand where you're sick. I crush every infirmity. I crush every affliction. I crush from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. I destroy that I want to destroy you. I root them out from your foundation. I release your future. Raise your hand and say, I receive grace from His presence. Every good thing that God releases, and place myself in position to receive them to myself. Stretch your hand wide. Oh my God, the blessings of God from every level. From the crown of your head to the sole of your feet, from the crown of your head, all of it there, the power of God. Put your hand in your chest and say, it is well with me. Not empty words. I have come here to give you. I have come to give you heaven. Open big words that does not lack in power. It does not lack in transformation. It does not lack in wisdom. It does not lack in grace. Anything that has made you cry, I curse them this morning in the name of Jesus. As you move in life, some doors are closed. When you go the first time, it is closed. You go a second time, it is closed. But there is a third time you will need to go. Every door that is closed before you, it will break off. So affliction will not arise a second time. In this kind of garment, I live a sick person. I crush the power of sickness. I crush affliction. I crush frustration. I crush every darkness. Let the windows of heaven open for you. Let it 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 open for you. In the name of Jesus. Receive it. Receive it. Your time has come. Your time has come. Your time has come. In Jesus' name. Please, can you be seated? Because of the ordination aspect of this, I will have to constrain myself. Because, I have to behave like a reverend. Button up very well. Hallelujah. I say hallelujah. Okay, now. Today is our anniversary, so we're happy about it. And then we're also going to commission our leaders for the work for which God has sent them. And we will frustrate frustration from today onwards. We will frustrate frustration. For our sake, this building and the management are blessed. Anything they're finding difficult will become soft from right now. A miracle, a sudden miracle. The man will testify that the rest of this month was something else. Who agrees with me? Say amen. Who agrees with me? Say amen. And even in your own life. Oh my God. Oh, Rakasana. In your own life. Oh, let every disgrace the wicked have been planning and putting together. I bust. You're lifting. Your July is full of testimonies. You will stand before God's people to testify a kind of testimony you have never given before. Because somebody will join somebody and they will join with him, and there will be results out of it. A miracle is coming that will make tears come out of your life. You will not believe that it is you, because God has started to work again. God can do it again and again and again. He's the same yesterday, and he's all. Musicians, don't come on, don't come, because I'll be in trouble. I'm forever, he's always the same. There's no reason to doubt. God can do. Just one more time. God can do. If we don't call you out to pray again, there's miracle growing on your head already. Please just sit down and begin to pluck from that. Very quickly, I'll run through this. The 6 outstanding benefits of ordination and consecration. Before I do it, I'll give you the 5 purposes of consecration, and all of them will happen within a short time. Exodus 30, verse 30. It says, and thou shalt anoint or ordain from some transgression Aaron and his sons, and consecrate them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. I will not pretend to be doing an exposition on this. I will just go ahead. Aaron. These are already the priesthood, the Levites. They are already the Levites. Why still call them again to ordain them? They are Levites. God have chosen them and he will use them anyway. Why does God find it necessary to say, ordain them, anoint them? For what? So they can operate under the priesthood. Now, to save time, I wouldn't go into that. But I will give you some 5 purposes of that. Number 1, you are ordained to separate you for service. You are ordained to separate you for service. And I'll be fast about what I'm doing now. You become a holy thing. The Bible says, come out from among them and be separate. So those of you being ordained this morning, you are being ordained so that you can operate in the priestly office. We already know you're a Levite. You are full of God. In fact, you're already working miracles. But there is something ordination does in your life. And some of them we're going to see this morning. And so that is why God thought it was important, even though they're the children from the priesthood, Levites, Aaron should bring them out and do what? Ordain them. So that they can be fit for the work they've called to do. So if you're ordained, you have been made a holy thing. It means you are expected to make yourself different. Separate yourself. Don't be like everybody. Don't keep copying everything you see in the streets, everything you see on internet, everything you see on television. It doesn't matter how beautiful they look. Make yourself different. Yes, are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes, it doesn't matter who is doing it. Yes, God is deliberately set them apart. Put this oil, and this oil will be a distinction for them, that they are different. So if you have a privilege this morning to be ordained, or to be ordained at any other time in the future, know it, that is to separate you, and when you are separated, you become a holy thing. When I dedicate this oil and consecrate, this fan, it becomes a holy thing in the sanctuary. Armed robbers don't know the implications of coming to carry it away. If you carry it, you carry curse over your head, your peace will be lost forever. That's what it means. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So if kidnappers miss their way and kidnap me, they will be in trouble because they will never sleep. They will never sleep. They come and say, carry me. Carry. Those who carry the ark of God, you know how they end it. You become a holy thing. Not because of your works of righteousness, but because of Him who dwells in you.
Yes.
And here in the Old Testament, He walked among them in the wilderness. God walked among them. Whenever they carried the ark, He walked among them. They can't do anything without the ark. But in the New Testament, He dwells in you and walks in you, both to will and to do of His good pleasure. So if anybody can kidnap you and go free, then what I'm saying is not true. Put your hand on your head. Say, kidnappers, come now.
Yes.
Anybody who touches your life will touch a holy thing. Anybody who touches your life will touch trouble. Anybody who touches your life will touch confusion. They will not know where the trouble is coming from. They stole a holy thing. They kidnapped a holy thing. They are troubling a holy thing. That's why David said, I will not touch God's anointed. Saul, everybody knew that Saul was messing up, that even God had rejected him, but God has not ordained or permitted you to touch him. David knew the mystery. He said, I have enough problems, I don't want to add to it. I will not touch that which God has anointed. Let God deal with him by himself. But if you want to die, then touch. So to ordain is to separate you. Come out from among them and be what? In your character, in your conduct, in your way of life, in your speech, in your attitude, in your food, in your drink, in everything you do. Come out and be separate. There should be a distinction. There should be what? And what brings that decision? The oil that is put over your head. Please, let's go on. The next is to empower you for service. Because you will confront forces of darkness. You can be a Levite, yes. You're born again. I believe you've laid hands on the sea, you've raised it. But if you're not ordained by someone, you get to see that there are many things you lack. That's why you hear somebody is a bishop or something that just dies on the road like that without ceremonies. Sometimes. You just assume that you can just go on and do it. God is not foolish when He said, call the sons of Aaron. Because there is something that will not happen to them naturally that can only come when there is that transference of ability, power, authority. If it's done in the right way, from the right source, these things follow. If it's just some of those ceremonies we do, we know that one too. It goes religious like that. He says to empower you for service so that you can confront the forces of darkness. Anywhere you want to conquer, once the sole of your foot tread upon it, the Bible says, whatsoever the sole of my feet shall tread upon, I shall possess as a possession. If I stand on that ground, I decree the counsel of God. If I get into a country and I want favor, I decree over that country. I command favor to come upon me. I conquer, because there are principalities and powers that rule everywhere. So as I stand on this ground, the principalities and powers of refuge, we command you to fall by the anointing of the Holy Spirit and be crushed completely in the name of Jesus. Anyone living here, anyone staying here, anyone operating around here, we decree open heavens. This ground is open. This ground is open. I've been involved in opening places.
Yes, sir.
Even when I did not understand. Sometimes, many years ago, I was in Australia. And a prayer group went out, started to open some places because they understood. They understood that it's not everybody who can do that kind of prayer. Are you following what I'm saying now? They understood. When you open, the place opens and favor begins to flow. It doesn't mean there will be no warfare. Now listen, the physical presence of the Lord Jesus Christ does not guarantee the absence of danger. I don't know if anyone understands what I said. Even though Jesus is holding you by his hand and moving by the road, it doesn't mean that somebody will not frighten you. But if they frighten you, he will threaten them. If they continue, he will destroy them. That's why he was there and the wind was boisterous. And they cried, Master, terrors thou not. Say, you of little faith, come on, open your mouth. He spoke to the wind. My master will speak to the wind. release you from frustration. So don't be deceived by what we hear today. If you're now a Christian, you're now born again, and then you don't have problems. If you have problems, there is a devil. That's a lie. That's why Paul said that I have a great open door, but the adversaries are many. Why do we want to lie to ourselves and deny truth? Some of us are failing because we deny reality instead of confronting reality. If I'm going and there is something blocking the way, it's good to know that there is something blocking my way.
Oh my God!
And it has to go away. It has to be moved so I can go to where I'm going to. But if I pretend there is nothing because Jesus is with me, you will remain where you are.
I'm with you, sir.
I'm trying not to preach. Number 3, to protect you while you serve, you need something above you to protect you while you serve, so that the enemy doesn't exact upon you. You need protection while you serve because of these many adversaries, because of principalities, because of powers, because of the forces of darkness, because of wicked men and women. You need to be protected. And that's the reason this. It's not enough to have faith, but there is something that comes that is beyond you. And God will open the door to that in the name of Jesus. To protect you. Number 4, very quickly, I'm running this. Now, to draw favor from your service. Favor opens doors to his blessings. Hello, we're going to see it. Favor, to draw favor. Some people don't see favor. They have darkness. Even when it's supposed to be day, they have darkness. But there is always a time an angel will come and stand by your side, and your confidence will rise again. So last night, someone stood by my side, an angel from the Lord, and I can talk with confidence now. It is well with you. Nobody will die around me. Nobody will be frustrated around me, because last night an angel stood beside me. They will come in 100 places, 1,000 places, but they will be defeated. The Bible said they will come in one way, but they will flee in how many ways? Number 5, to supply grace to perform. To supply grace to perform. The difference between every two men is the level of grace upon them. Some receive a drum of oil, some receive a spoon of oil, some receive a cup of oil. The same hand, the same day, but it's not the same weight. Did you hear what I said? The same hand, the same day, but not the same weight. Some receive in tons in pounds, tons, in tons, 1 ton, 2 tons. Some receive in tons, some in drums, some in cup, some the same hand, the same way, with the same language, they receive in teaspoon. Say somebody, grace. It varies from person to person, depending on your assignment and what God has said to you to do. It has nothing to do with how I speak. It has nothing to do with how I jump. It has nothing to do with the dress I'm wearing. Praise the Lord. Are you here now?
Yes.
From above. Can you open your Bible to 1 Samuel 10, 1 to 7? I want to give you the 6 outstanding benefits of ordination or consecration. Are you there? In 1 Samuel chapter 10 from verse 1 to 7, I begin to read, rather. From verse 1 he said, then Samuel took a vial of oil and poured it upon his head and kissed him and said, is it not because the Lord had anointed thee to be captain over his inheritance? So, you don't have to have gone to Bible school. You don't have to have done any serious Bible study. You just be seeing what I'm saying from the verses as simple as they are. So, number 1, it is the Lord that first chooses people and anoints a man. It's the Lord that first chooses and anoints a man. He said, is it not because the Lord has chosen you? Did you read it in your own? 1 Samuel chapter 10 verse 1. When Samuel, he said, he kissed him and said, is it not because the Lord has anointed thee to be captain over his inheritance? So I came to anoint you not because I like you, but because the Lord has already chosen you. Gave you a place. I came to confirm that. You wonder, why does the Lord still need Samuel to go and confirm in the life of David? That's what you should ask him. Some people say that I don't need to mention it. You don't know what you're missing. Because there's a level of grace that can't come, you will never see it. You never see when you are running alone in isolation. There is a level of grace you will never ever see. So it's the Lord that chooses. What do? We recognize that anointing by ordaining you. That's why the Levites undertook the process, even though they are the Levites. It's an honor extended to you when you distinguish yourself by service under supervision. You know, somebody said people don't do what is expected, they do what is inspected. In other words, they don't follow the item as it is, except you are following them to check what they are doing. He's told to be at work by 8. He may not be at work by 8. But if you are there to check if he's at work by 8, the likelihood is that he will be there by 8. Are you hearing? People don't do what is expected. They do mostly what is expected. But there's a level of leadership that you come to. You do both what is expected and what is expected. It's growth. Some people have not grown. It's not how old you've been as a Christian. It's not how old you are in life. There are some people, except you call them and keep monitoring, they won't do it. You know? And that's why Murdoch says if you have to call somebody and remind him what you said 3 times, he's a child. Give him allowance. He doesn't deserve a salary. If they have to send you, they remind you first, remind you again, and keep calling you, have you done it? You're a child. You may be 61 years old, but you're a child. That's what it means. But there's a level of grace, there's a stage you reach. Once the thing is being said, he's doing it. Are you here? And some of you we're going to ordain today, some of them have that grace. They're growing in the element of that grace. That's why this church can stand. Even though I'm not here. He went on to start. All I need to say, go ahead. It's not everybody you talk to like that. It's not everybody you give go ahead like that. Things will spoil everywhere we close.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello? I hope you're coming with me this morning. So it's an honor extended to you when you have done something under pressure, under stress, yes. Under supervision. No man, the Bible says, should honor himself. The first time, I was ordained, I didn't want it, because I was just, where you're coming from, so we are safe by grace, those into exuberance and all of that. He said, no, I don't need to be ordained. I was just suffering and everything. It's lack of knowledge that I was suffering at that time. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter the degree you have. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you don't have it, you don't have it. And so you'll be vibrating and be feeling great and feeling good. But you don't know that you need someone else who needs God, who needs someone else who is connected to God. Just someone. It's not like the person is a superior or anything. But God uses people to make us. God doesn't want us to be absolutely independent so that we can remain humble. God says he resists the proud and does what? He gives grace. How do you know a humble person? Your ability to subdue yourself before an ordinary man and say, look, I submit myself to you is grace. It's called what? Grace. Anybody can be stubborn. Anybody can wake up and do what he wants to do. Well, that's there. Even mad people does that. When a sound and a trained person, somebody who is not suffering, who is not begging for food, comes and says, I want to make myself subject to you, supervise what I do, that is called humility. Do you understand that now? So, it's not what you take to yourself. Now, ordination is not what you go and pay money for. Look, I've been in this church, they're not ordaining me. I want to look for where they ordain me. If it is that, I would have been Archbishop by now. I would have been Archbishop. Because some of my friends that were ordained bishop more than 15 years ago told me how the whole thing is done. And then I have the resources and the money and everything. Then I say, okay, it will be me ordaining myself. Are you hearing? You'll be suffering by yourself when you ordain yourself. You'll be doing it by yourself. Many years ago, they introduced me and said, Reverend Doctor, and I know in my mind that if they say defend the doctor behind the Reverend, I will not know how it's going to work out. Are you hearing? One quack school somewhere, so okay, you just pay a few hundreds of ourselves. I see. Is that how these things work? I don't want those empty names. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I don't want those empty names. So I say, if doctorate degree is necessary for me, it's an easy thing to do. So that's why I got admission, paid school fees in dollars, did all the assignments at Gordon Conwell. If you go and ask Dave Corey, he knows me, and paid everything. Did all the work, class work from morning till night and finished it. Did thesis. They keep to standards. I have to call or phone somebody I don't know in another state to vet the thesis, to see if it's a copied work, what somebody has done that I'm doing. And they will check every line. If they're not satisfied, he will not go.
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing? My friend from the, what country is that? Where is West Bermuda? He's still there after almost 10 years. Because you may do all the coursework, take first, but to sit down and write your own thing. We can preach what people have preached. Read people's books and practically call it sermon. Shake the way they shake. Do and mouth the way they do it. Many of us are comedians. But when it comes to defending something substantial, you need more than comedy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man.
So I said, if that is what it takes, I will do it and pay the money so I can earn it.
Yes,
So if you call me doctor, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything because I earn it.
We celebrate.
And yeah, it's not honorary. It's not honorary. I'm not honorary bishop. Are you hearing?
Yes,
You do it, they don't care who you are and everything. You have to follow the process. Some of us don't know how to follow processes. They don't know how to follow details. We just like to make noise. Say to somebody, noise. But when you are put down and supervised, you break down. If you don't break down, you are worthy of ordination. If you don't break down under pressure, you don't break down under supervision. They tell you sometimes, some of you who do some level of work, project, or whatever it is, if a reasonable person is supervising you sometimes, or let me say unreasonable, reasonable or unreasonable, you can get a topic and everything will say you haven't got it. You can get 20 topics, they reject all of them. I have people like that, and they're still there. That's it, sir. I mean, you are.
Yes.
You understand? Get 20 topics. This is not it. Bring another one. It's not researchable. There's no material. You know, after you waste your time and waste your time, you know. I don't know how many of you know Professor Laurie. There was a time he supervised me and he will tell you, he will change it, he will put some things in your contents to move you out of what you're doing, to waste what you have done. He will waste what you have done. He wants to know if you are the one doing this. So he will corner it and change your content and say, follow it this way. You know that if you copy somebody's work, you can't proceed. But if it's your work, you will proceed. Barashaka. People who are supervised get somewhere. That's why you can always trust in such. Some of us are used to buying everything. Sometimes this week, my wife saw my jam letter. My jam letter. It's long I saw jam letter. What we see today, people getting admission. Your father and your mother walk to the waka. You are looking for, how do they call it? They gave me. They gave me. You know, this is what you want to read. This is what is available. This is the one my money can buy. And that's why you hear somebody has this degree and say, forget about that degree. It does not have anything to do with who they are anymore. People, if the project is hard, they pay money and they get through it. That's what is going on today. We have lecturers here, senior ones, very senior ones, seated down here, and they know that is what is going on now. Somebody will come and tell you, I have masters. What are you mastering? You try him in some simple things, doesn't know anything, and yet he has masters. Because people, everything now is money everywhere. Church, school, education, everywhere. Money. The thing is, I'm sick with it. I'm sick with it. Do you know that money is good? But the Bible says the love of it. Some of us have gotten ourselves lost because of the love of it. Hello. So I said, you don't buy it. You know, so if they call you, he said, no man should take this honor. If you look at Jeremiah 1 verse 5, it says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet to the nation. So if I call Jeremiah, if you have a sincerity in the spirit, you know that Jeremiah, the hand of God is upon his life. All you know, God will move you to confirm it. If nobody's moved to confirm it in your head, keep walking.
Yes, sir.
Don't influence it. Don't beg for it.
Yes, sir.
Don't pay for it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what is rooting the quality of Christianity, especially in Nigeria. We buy everything. We buy honor. We buy respect. But it doesn't work that way. If you are what recognition, God will move the person that will recognize you. You say, hello, I think we should recognize you at this point. And you will know why you are being recognized. Anyone you ever see, I've been in this church for 59 years, nobody ordained me. It's not your time yet. Do you understand what we're saying?
Yes, sir.
When the time comes and God sets you for a purpose, He will move someone to do it. Number two, The anointing leads to sweatless recovery. That same scripture, 1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 2. He said, the asses which thou wentest to seek are found, and your father is now looking for you. I said the anointing leads to sweatless recovery. It provides the ease on your calling. It provides ease on your calling. As soon as Saul was anointed, whatsoever he was looking for began to look for him. Did you see it in that chapter? Yes. Chapter 1 Samuel chapter 10 verse 2. He said, the asses which thou wentest to seek for are found, and your father is now looking for you. When you're anointed and ordained, it leads to sweatless recovery. The thing you are busy seeking for will turn around and begin to seek for you. You understand what I'm saying now? I mean, people, you are trying to get their attention. Everything you have done, and all of a sudden they say, send for him. Did Joseph bribe anybody? Was he not in the prison when they sent for him? Is somebody in church?
Yes.
Where was Joseph when they sent for him? When he tried to influence it by talking to somebody that was going to, please remember, you don't remember him?
Oh, yes.
2 years after, he didn't know anybody was called Joseph. But when the time came, he said, send for him. He went and cleaned up and came out. And from that day, his life changed. Somebody's life is about to change. When your time comes, they'll do what? They will send for him. Send for him. Send for him. That's the way it goes. But if you are beaten with cheating, things here and there, no. If they have not sent for you, wait, they will send. There are jobs you have applied for, you forgot that you applied. All of a sudden, when you have given up, you receive a letter or a call. Come. And they don't call one, sometimes more than one. So I don't know who has something you have forgotten about. Long. Next week, they are going to call you. When did I say? Next week. When you're busy lying down for men, you're busy begging. Nobody sees that. When God moves and shifts things, they will shift for you. Amen. The hand of God shifts the heavens. Men will shift for you. Amen. So you don't take for it. It leads to sweatless recovery. Recovery. It can be a recovery of your finances. It can be a recovery of your wealth. It can be a recovery of relationship. It can be a recovery of opportunities that you've been looking for. But when the time comes and the oil flows, those recoveries will come. That's how it happened to Saul. He said, what you're looking for has been found. They're not looking for you. They're looking to put something over your head. Daniel, if you check Daniel, we can run through the Bible. When the need arose for Daniel, somebody said, yeah, he's a young man in this country. You know him. And they said, if we bring him, this young man here, this dream will no longer be a dream. He has the supernatural capacity to translate that which is mysterious into common sense. And everybody understands. I said, bring him and he will melt this mountain before us. And they sent for him. And when he came, he said, look, I didn't come here for what you will offer. Many of us have been clouded by what is offered. That's why we can't experience the supernatural, because we are so clouded with what is offered. What will you give me? Sometimes we joke with it, but that's our life. If somebody doesn't offer anything, your services are withdrawn. That is how men we have become. And when Daniel walked in here, he said, away with your gifts and whatever it is. And we do it because the wisdom comes from God. And I don't need it to exist. God in heaven will unleash everything. Daddy. He said, to hell with his gifts. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Does it mean Daniel doesn't need material things? No, by no means. He needs it. But he knows his priorities. He's not marketing the gift of God. He's not marketing the gift of God. It's not for sale. I don't care who is selling. I don't care which bishop. I don't care. It's not for sale. Gift of God is not for sale. Even though somebody is offering millions for it, it's not for sale.